Hi everyone, I'm Catherine, and today I'm going to speak on networking and networking etiquette. I chose this topic because networking is becoming ever more important in our new age, and especially for us that are going to be graduates when we soon exit college, which is slightly scary. But LinkedIn recently did a study, and they found that over 85% of positions are filled via networking. So many of us apply directly to these employers, but a lot of it's being done in networking, and I think it's a very important topic to learn about and also to learn the proper etiquette when networking. So in this presentation, I have four main things I'd like to touch upon. The first thing I'd like to talk about is networking as a student. The second is the etiquette for networking within a job. The third is networking when you're starting a career search. And the fourth is how to network over digital platforms like LinkedIn. So first, to touch on networking as a student. Networking as a student is probably the easiest it will ever get. When you're a student, a lot of people are willing to help you out, and that's a really great way to present yourself. Universities also make this very easy. Oftentimes at colleges and universities, there will be events to attend. I know my university oftentimes puts on events for various majors. So if you're at an event, usually it's encouraged that you network with people. It might even be rude if you don't. So oftentimes it's acceptable to go up and ask and just introduce yourself blindly, which is an awesome opportunity a lot of people should take advantage of. But at these events, you can introduce yourself and then ask questions about the career. Not even if you want to work at a company, but just to learn more. That's something really beneficial. For example, at Creighton, there is an accounting fraternity. I think it's called Beta Alpha Psi, and they oftentimes host get-togethers with the big four companies, and alumni that work at these companies come back, and a lot of students will network in that way. And so blind introductions aren't so awkward when you went to the same school. You can talk about your teachers and stuff like that. And that's a really great way to network as a student and to do it in the proper way. The second thing I'd like to touch on is networking within a career and within a company. So networking as a student is great, but you're not done once you exit college. You still need to continue to build your network and to learn more. So oftentimes when you start a new job at a company, they want you to network, they want you to reach out to other people in other departments. Oftentimes mentorship is a very important aspect of networking. They want someone to take care of you and have someone you can go and ask questions. So oftentimes if you meet people in your department or even outside your department, sending an email and asking if someone wants to get lunch is a great way to be gentle, to give them an easy way to get to know you that is really simple and doesn't take a lot of time, and something that's very highly encouraged. Especially if you see yourself advancing in a current position or within a company, networking within a company is a great way to do that. The third thing I'd like to touch on is networking in a career search. So this is a little bit more complex, and you can't start networking right when you need a new career. You should probably be networking up into the point that, or throughout your entire time, your entire career, and then when you want a career change, you can go back on those connections. So this is a great way to pull on past connections to get you to new positions. And we had a discussion post this week that talked about being prepared, having documents ready, and knowing your needs when you're talking to superiors. And those two concepts really apply in this position when you're reaching out to old contacts to see if they have new positions or know of people you should contact. If you're sending an email to an old contact, you should really attach your resume, maybe attach a cover letter, and really know what you're looking for, so the burden falls on you and not them. That's a really great way to preserve people's times and be very respectful, and that'll most likely increase your response rate as well. The last point I'd like to talk about is networking in a digital age. So there's so many social networks. We have Facebook, Instagram, all these things, but LinkedIn's the most important one. And I mentioned that LinkedIn had done some research on how many positions are filled via networking, but specifically LinkedIn has over 433 million users. So if you're not on the site, it's really important to use that. And there's etiquette about networking within LinkedIn. They have a feature to message within the app, which is very nice, but oftentimes you can request people's emails, and that's a really unique and easier way to do that. And using connections on LinkedIn is not a weird thing to do, and I've always been encouraged to do that as well. So to conclude, I touched on four things. I touched on networking as a student within your career when conducting a career search, and then also how to use these digital platforms. Networking is very important, and especially that we're all students and about to enter the work world, I think it's something that we should definitely educate ourselves on and learn the proper etiquette. Thank you.